Test. Okay. All right. I am back. I did some coding and um, upgraded my TradingView subscription during the Black Friday sale, and then I messed up a bunch of my charts and lost some stuff, so I had to recreate some of that. So just now getting back into this market analysis. Um, Today, I guess last week and or last week and then this week. Last week really went nuts. Should have made a lot of money in there, and I did not. But I think I'm more prepared for that now, and kind of ready to get after this. And as you can see, like last week, wasn't an inside bar, but it was kind of a small doji that it expanded from, and now kind of had a pullback to start the week. So we were kind of a red week first 2 days, and then today, after the news, it just rocketed. Yeah, if you look at this move today, off of the CPI data, I pretty much sit here with my dick in my hands, so didn't get anything done with this. I need to figure out. Well, I don't need to figure out. I knew that I should have been getting into this, and because these are the days where trading is about catching big moves and making a lot of money that day, and not losing very much on the days that you don't catch the big moves. So I did not catch this big move, and I was up. I was up pretty good. Okay, I was up early enough, and I was programming some stuff on one of my indicators, but was kind of keeping an eye on the market. And down here, right around 7, it just started going, and from my indicators, I mean, I could just see it was like a setup perfect for the domino trade. Now, some of this stuff you're not going to be able to see. But this move, which was like a little squish on the thing, you could make good money with that move. So if you caught a lot of that move, you could make really good money. But it was down in here, and it I don't know. I don't have all my things, but it was had this pullback here. Let's go, yeah. And it's holding the bottom of this broadening formation, and it actually set a new broadening formation. So this was a 3 candle on the 15, I think. Oh no, this was a 3 candle on the 15 from here to here, or the two together. So it set a broadening formation here. I guess this move here, this whole move here set a new broadening formation, which would have been the good trade. But there was like a 30-minute, there was a 5-minute setting up a 30-minute, setting up the 4-hour, which then your target would have been right up here, 454, which it hit right before 713. Oh no, that was up to the 4-hour. Yeah, it was. Let's see. Yeah, here. Okay, here was the target, 460, which then it hit right before the news. So you could have traded this and added. There were ads with pullbacks with 5 and other entries. I don't have them to show here, and then you could have been out before the news, and then the news hit, and this was just like a second they ran the stops, and then it went. You could have got in on this inside one, but very hard. But then it settled in pre-market. I think there were some entries in here. This is all volume. You're still buying it into the open, and then the open just kept going. Not a lot of pullbacks. I think there was a 5-minute entry here. Not sure. And then you had the bigger. This is one of the things. After 9 o'clock, then it started going, and I was kind of just. I didn't want to do anything because normally when I miss a big move and had setups to take, then I force things. So I was kind of just letting things play out. This was the first time here that it set a broadening formation. So this whole move on my 2 time frames, this is the first time it set a broadening formation. So I took a little stab here on the pullback. Yeah, basically poked out. I took a stab at a short here, and I probably shouldn't have been thinking that it might pull back, come back down through the broadening formation. But this was 1, 2, 3, 4. Usually it maybe go, but I should have been thinking of flipping if it didn't. But the volume, there was no selling, so the volume never flipped to selling, even on the 1 minute. So it's kind of a dumb entry. I should have waited for a selling candle or something to play off of on that. But then, so that I just kind of, that's getting towards 10:30. Didn't do much, and then it bounced off the top here again, where you could have got in a good entry. And then I think right around here, where's that? I started looking at Bookmap on YouTube, and I think I tried to take another short here. Got sucked out for break even or whatever off of this broadening formation, thinking that would come down to here. On this next break back down here. Another deal where there was no red candles. Need a big selling red candle to get into that. And then you could have waited for this, and you would have got stopped out for that. If you just played that candle, same way here, it didn't trigger, so you wouldn't have got in. Ran up, and then so I was looking at YouTube, and I saw that there was a big lot setting at 795 and a big lot setting at 800. And so they came and got the 795, and they were gonna get the 800. Then there was nothing, no other liquidity up above. So I thought, well, this would be a good time to take a short, and I was hoping that it would run up to the 820 level. But so I was pushing, and then it couldn't go. So then when it started coming down here, I kind of got in at it was looking kind of weak. I got in at 804, and it kind of went up. I was going to add at 814, but it didn't get up there. And then as it was coming down, I started adding to it because I was hoping to play. I was thinking, okay, we ran all that liquidity. We're going to come down and find some more liquidity. And there was liquidity lined up like 85, 80, 85, 80, 75, 70, and I think that was it. So I thought, well, it would come take that 70 and then maybe come down and test this here to kind of fill out the broadening formation. So I think I got in like 15 micros. I think I added here, and then I added here. And I think at this point I was like $400. But I was planning to go here, and then it went against me. Came up here. I was thinking of adding again at 814. It didn't get up there. But you're up here, and then now you're down 400. So it's hard to add because then any move's gonna knock you out of your trailing drawdown. So I waited. It came back down. Then I was going to add again, or maybe I did add. Yeah, I think I added No, I didn't add. I didn't add on this. Then it went against me. So, and then it really, I'm glad I didn't add because I think if it would have got up here. So now I'm down like 600, 700 up here. And so, it's pulling into, and we're getting close to this at 1430. So I was thinking that maybe at, the flip, that hourly flip, that, that they might turn on the sales jets, which they did. But, at this time, I think my average price was $7.95. So I started coming in. So after this push up, then I was going to add off. I thought if it came back from this big push that it might go. So I added here. Then it went up against me, and then I added again on this, and it bounced against me. So it was going against me, came back up, and I think I added. No, I didn't add there. Came back up, and then I added. Next time it came down here, I added again. So I think I was in like 35 microns at that point in time. With my average cost was like at 803. Yeah, 803 exactly. So then it comes down here from the last 15 minutes, and then it's just like, oh, that 803 was just a my entry price has become like support there. It's just horrendous. After staying in this trade from 12 and being in drawdown most of the time, it was just it's a way to ruin your afternoon. And so then it finally started going in my favor. And I was going to add at 80. I had this ad here on this break of 84. Where's it? At 85. I think it was, this below this, and then it would be below that broadening formation top reclaim. And at the MOC 5-minute arrow here. So I had it down here and I didn't do it. And then I moved it up to 800. No, 795. No, it doesn't look the same here. But then it wicked down, filled my stops, came back up. So now I'm in 45 micros, and just whatever. So then it moved back down. So then I moved my stop to below break even. So that I didn't lose, so it didn't come against me. I lose the account. It did pull back up here, but to the 800, I would have survived that. And then after the close is when it finally made the move down here. I was just so frustrated because this is exactly, I knew what was going to happen, and it's just so I would have had my max gain somewhere within this move, but it was just kind of a rough day holding that through a lot of drawdown for all afternoon, and then it finally playing out and not getting the reward from it. So I should have waited at noon, and I shouldn't have tried to get into a big position. But I thought this move here was going to be the one that went down to that lower part of the broadening formation. I guess it being such a strong uptrend day that didn't work. And I probably shouldn't have added against on a counter trend move. That's dumb on my part. But I think I'm kind of set up to kind of have more thought on like execution and less thought on setups. The setups are going to just show themselves to me now, I think, and so I'm hoping that my executions get better. Where are we at on the NQ? Following this broadening, this is my auto broadening formation thing from that's out there on Trading View. Kind of following that up. Now, if you look, it's still kind of following this. So here's this old one, and it was kind of the one I had drawn in before I used this. It's still kind of following that top of that broadening formation. It went out, came back in, wasn't weak enough to go. I should have known this was going to be strong, and then came back up. into that, but we're on this one. But really now you can see that there's this broadening formation forming here on the daily. So it's possible, I don't know, PPI is tomorrow. It's possible that we could come back through tomorrow or tomorrow and Friday and come back down to the bottom of this broadening formation, or we could just keep spiking to all-time highs, although all the other indices were not as strong as this, so the market in general is a little weaker. So if that starts weighing on the tech sector here, that could be a possibility. There's no real setups on the daily, and then we're still just a 2-up continuation green on the quarter, 2-up continuation green on the month, and 2-up continuation green on the week. That's what bull markets do. So you have to look at for entries on the intraday for the intraday trading. Let's get rid of some of this mess. I throw all these out there, then not going to be used at all. Let me delete. So we're still in this big. I won't delete that. We're still in this big broadening formation. I need to get rid of these. There's kind of levels I'm watching on the levels that I am watching on the intraday charts. So the auto broadening formation, we kind of popped out of its broadening formation. It might be a little wonky. Seems like it would be more up into here. As you can see, the ES didn't make all-time highs, even though we did have that 2 down, 2 up trade, and it did not hit magnitude either. We're still down on the week, but inside week, so expect chop unless we break out of there. And 2 up, 2 up on the month in green, and 2 up in green on the quarter, which is all. Can't wait for next quarter to see what happens. Are we gonna get some? We're gonna get a red quarter. I don't know. I mean, it's been so bullish. It's hard to know. I don't know why I was didn't get deleted. Okay. Month, week, yeah. So there is. Oh, that's the month. Yeah. No real setup on the daily there. The Russell was a lot weaker. It made the top of its broadening formation back here in November and is still kind of going down. There is a setup here, so we've got this 2 down, 2 up reversal possibility if it breaks. If it breaks the low there, and then you'd have the first target here and your second target here. So a good trade if things get weak. I don't know. I think oil rallied, so this was down some, and then I think oil started rallying, and it started rallying with oil. A lot of small oil and gas companies in the Russell. It is down. It's a failed 2, but red. Failed 2 down, but red on the week. Inside month in red, and it's still 2 up a quarter, so it's kind of in conflict. YM was really weak. I don't know if that was healthcare or what that was. This is old. We're on I guess there's no. So we're on a 2 up. So this has a weekly signal, actionable signal to go after, but we've hit magnitude. A 2 up, 2 down. It was a 2 up, 2 up, 2 down, 2 2 2 reversal. magnitude's hit, so there's exhaustion risk there. But and then it's just been two down, two down, two down, two down. There, the auto broadening formation is really got this small tight one up here. Now mine kind of held it, so it could be coming through this broadening formation. Things might get weak. I guess if they do, this is what you want to be shorting. I don't know about. I guess if they're selling, they're still going to sell. They might just keep selling it all week. There's no, since it's 22222, there's no actionable signals here. You could catch something on the intraday. It's hard to go over intraday signals because they set up intraday. But maybe I'll start trying to do that. Gold took off, so consolidation expansion hit its target here and the top of that sprouting formation. So it was an inside weekend up. I should have just been trading gold. Long. Boom, boom, boom. Every day. Just taking long setups. I wasn't paying attention. I mean, as I haven't been doing these videos, and didn't have all of my stuff set up to do all of the deals. So that's in force. Hit magnitude. If they want to keep going after it, could go up here. It's the 2-up continuation, but it looks like we've got some relative equal highs up here that they might be going after. We're inside month in green and 2-2 continuation green, but it might keep on going. Bitcoin, when did it hit 100,000? Not there. So it hit 100,000. Oh, what a crazy night! I was trading and watching stuff. I think I was programming and watching and trading. I caught a little bit of that move. It's hard to trade Bitcoin with the futures. I can only use 5 micros in a XFA in a combine, and 2 in an XFA, and then 2 is just not enough to get any worthwhile movement. But I did catch some of it in the combine, made it up to the, it was after it was over 100,000, so I could say, hey, I traded that. Made a couple $100, but it had a nice move today off of the inside day hammering up. In green, I'm gonna get rid of this stuff. It is inside this, so this is still inside this mother bar, the broadening formation. Hey, how did I lose? Thought it was there for a second. So if it keeps going tomorrow, that would be a 2-2 continuation. We're still inside week, and that would just be a 2-2 continuation there. Everything's all hunky dory because everything's just 2-2 continuations. Bull. Here is the rally in oil. That would be a 2-2 continuation. It's 2 down, so it might go take this little bit left to start the broadening formation here. It could continue up to the 72 there. We're still inside, so it's inside month, inside quarter, green. A lot of chop, a lot of stuff to avoid unless you like to trade oil. Well, this kind of went long, and hopefully I can get things pulled together better, and maybe start showing some intraday stuff. But we will see what happens tomorrow.